Hi, welcome to another edition of Suncoast Pro Wrestling. I'm Henry Raines, and my guest host today is Jumbo Barreta. Our sponsors are Anchor Air, The Time Machine, and Capricorn 2 Restaurant and Lounge. Well, I'm pleased to have Jumbo Barreta here as my guest host. As you know, Dean Malenko's suspension continues to go on. We don't really have any news to bring you on that front. But we do have an exciting lineup today. Let's go ahead and go up to our ring announcer, Susan, and get this started.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is a singles match. To my left, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 225 pounds, Beef Wellington. And his opponent tonight, from the Sarasota area, weighing in at 320 pounds, Full Force. This will be a one-fall, 20-minute time limit match.
Well, Jumbo, I'd like to thank you again for being my guest host today. There's the bell for the match to begin. Jumbo, that was quite a match we saw you in last week against Nasty Ned. Can't say there was a resolution, but you definitely took the fight to him.
That's right, there wasn't a resolution, and hopefully Suncoast Pro Wrestling will give you another chance at him. Right now, Full Force has a strong headlock over here on Beef Wellington.
Beef Wellington shoves him off.
Wow. Trust me, I know how that feels. That's 300 and some odd pounds coming up on you like that.
Well, that's right. You've gone around quite a bit with Full Force. When we first started Suncoast Pro Wrestling, that was one of the first.
There's a full body press. Look at the strength on Full Force. Whoa!
Now he had to be coming down from about 7 or 8 feet up in the air there.
That's true.
Quick arm drag.
See, what makes Full Force so successful in his wrestling is his quickness. You know, he surprised me. He's a big guy like myself, and, you know, we move like lightning in that ring, and that's what makes him so successful in his wrestling, because he moves really quick. And Beef Wellington, he's catching Wellington by surprise right here, because I know Wellington don't believe he's moving like that.
Well, I got to admit, both of you are deceptively quick for your size. Full Force with a clean break there. Full Force likes to beat his opponent straight away. He doesn't go for those shortcuts unless he's pushed into it.
Right.
He wants to know that he really won over the man, and I think it's a point of personal satisfaction with him.
That's right. Here's Wellington. You can't let Wellington fool you, because he's a pretty strong guy himself. Let's see how he uses his smarts against Full Force there. He moves out of the way, and those kicks, vicious kicks to the chest.
Well, it looks as though he must have had some martial arts training at some point in time.
I think he has. I think he's made some tours to Japan himself. There he is, showing that big, strong body block. The big old head and butt into the shoulder, Full Force. Looks like now Wellington has the upper hand on Full Force.
Well, it's not over yet. You've got to give Full Force credit. His hand's right in there.
But on the other hand, you got to give Wellington credit. He might not look so big, but he knows his way in the ring. He knows where he's at all times. Never count Wellington out. He's a nice physique man. Ooh, strong chops. Heard that from outside. There he goes again.
Grabbing a handful of hair there.
Ooh.
Both knees right into the forehead.
See how high he got up on that? There he goes, climbing up to the top rope. Climbing up to the top. There he goes. Oh, headbutt from the top rope. You know Full Force had to feel that one. Took a lot out of him there. There he goes. It looks like he's going for it again. He sure is.
I think he's using up a little bit too much time here, trying to show off.
He should be watching Full Force instead of watching where he's going. Oh, full force caught him. He caught him. He caught him. Oh!
Beautiful.
Full force tossed him like a basketball. Boom! Kick to the head.
Now a little turnabout fair play with some boots, some forearms.
That clubbing forearm across the back. There he goes. Throws him into the corner. There he goes. Full force taunting him.
Beef's trying to get a little respite here. Doesn't do any good. Pulls him out into the ropes.
Goes to throw him into the ropes.
Ooh, beautiful belly to belly. There's Ned.
Oh. I
don't know what
I gotta go.
Jumbo's just getting up. He's in the ring. My guest host here is up cleaning house. And we have a DQ. What? They're facing each other. I think Full Force just realized that Jumbo cleaned the house. And I'm not sure exactly what's going on in either person's mind at this point. Full Force extending his hand. Jumbo isn't quite sure what to do. Appealing to the crowd for advice. And it looks like, yes, there's the handshake. And I think they found some mutual respect here. They were enemies. They seem to have a common foe now. And they might have developed a little mutual respect out of it all. Let's go to a break and see if I can get some of the comments from Jumbo and maybe Full Force too.
Suncoast Pro Wrestling comes to Youth Fest 90, Saturday, May 19th at 11 a.m. at the Blanche Daughtry Elementary. It's free admission for one and all, featuring a Southern title match. Champion Gator Gilmore versus Nasty Ned Brady, plus Full Force versus the Masked Superstar. See all the stars of Suncoast Pro Wrestling, including Chris Proctor, Rico Federico, Paul Drake, Robbie Idol, Rick Ryder, the Giant Outlaw Tom Sawyer, and Scott Diamond. That's free admission Saturday, May 19th, 11 a.m. Blanche Daughtry Elementary.
All right, we're back here again at Suncoast Pro Wrestling. We had an exciting match there. Full Force won via DQ over Beef Wellington. We saw Nasty Ned run in. Jumbo, you came to make the save, cleared the ring, and we just got done seeing a handshake between two former enemies. Have a seat, Full Force. Well, you signed on for a match with Beef Wellington. You wound up seeing Nasty Ned again.
Yeah, that's true, Henry. Looks like everywhere I go, there's somebody jumping in my matches, interfering. I don't know what's going on around here, but sooner or later we're going to take care of some business.
Well, this time it had to catch you by surprise. I don't think you ever thought that you would see Jumbo Barreta covering your back.
Well, Henry, it was a surprise to me. I look around and there's a guy I used to wrestle before. We had our differences, but I have to say one thing. Jumbo Barreta, I appreciate you coming in, taking care of my back. It takes a...
Thank you.
It takes a hell of a man, and I use that word very sincerely. It takes a man to come in and help somebody that he didn't like before. Jumbo Barreta, once again, I appreciate it.
If I may say something, Full Force, you said that you can't go in the ring without worrying about people jumping in on your back and stuff. But from today on, you ain't never got to worry about that again because I'll always be behind you.
All right, hey, gentlemen. Well, I think the crowd approves, but don't go away just yet. I want to point out, in fact, as our feature match of this show, it'll be the first round of our tag team tournament to decide the Suncoast Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Now, we'll continue the tournament next August 3rd, but I have to ask you, are we going to see you as a team then in the tournament?
Well, Henry, I have to say, if I would have anybody in my corner, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I'd rather have Jumbo Barreta there. I'm coming to him as a man, face to face. I never back down to you. I always said what I had to say in your face, Jumbo. And right now I have one more thing to say. If you could, be my tag team partner.
Well, full force, by the looks of all these people, I think they want us to kick some butt next time we come back here in August. And I'll be glad to be your tag team
Let's do it.
Let's do it, baby.
All right, there you heard it. Next taping, August 3rd, we are going to see the debut of a new tag team, Jumbo Barreta, in full force. Let's go to a break and come back with our feature match.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first in our tag team tournament matches. The team to my left, known as the Bad Boys, with a combined weight of 435 pounds. From Los Angeles, California, we have Bobby Pretty Boy Mercedes and his partner, Playboy Kevin Scott.
Well, Jumbo, this is a new tag team.
Their opponents tonight, with a combined weight of 480 pounds, Chris the Dr. Proctor and Rico Federico, and they're from Ruskin and Seminole, Florida. To be a one-fall, 20-minute time limit match.
Well, Jumbo, we've got the first match of our new tag team tournament to decide the Suncoast Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
They're not talking too bad now. Bad Boys aren't so bad after all.
I see they're bringing the valet in of Rico Federico and Chris Proctor. I spoke to Chris Proctor earlier. I understand that the valet is from Las Vegas and her name is Tammy G.
This Rico guy over here, Rico Federico, he's new into the wrestling business right now, but I've seen him wrestle a few times. Yeah, he's shown me some impressive stuff. He's a nice physique man, and so is his partner, Dr. Proctor. And I've been around with Proctor a couple times. I've wrestled him a few times, and he's very good. But this Rico Federico guy, he's shown me he knows his way around this ring.
Well, that's right. We've seen him in a couple of single matches in Suncoast Pro Wrestling. In fact, we saw him defeat Tom Sawyer just a week or two ago. This is the first we've seen him in a tag team match.
Let's see, in the tag team match is a lot different. You got to count on your partner to always be there for you. As you know, my partner wasn't there for me. So, as a tag team, it's a lot different from a singles match because you got to have enough faith in your partner for him to be there when you need him. And I think Federico has got himself a great partner in Dr. Proctor, and I think Proctor is very lucky to have Federico in his corner.
Well, I have a feeling you're going to see some new combinations as we approach the different rounds of the tag team tournament. As I've said before, we have our next taping at the Auditorium Thursday night, August 3rd, 7:30. We will be continuing the tag team tournament. Nice clothesline by Proctor, hip toss.
Wow, look at that. A slam, slams Bobby Boy. Drop kick on Kevin Scott. Oh, sends him over the top rope. Oh, he cleared the ring all by himself. Wow, look at that intensity they got. Look at the intensity they got on themselves. Look at that, the crowd's behind them. That's what you call intensity.
That's right. Well, while there's a brief break here trying to get the Bad Boys back in, we do have the tournament, as I mentioned. Also, we are going to have an August 3rd, 7:30, Bradenton Auditorium, Thursday night, the Southern title rematch between Gator Gilmore and the current champion Mass Superstar. So we want to see everybody come on out there and cheer Gator on, or if it's your preference, you can cheer the Superstar. It tends to be the minority.
Right. This tag team tournament you have is pretty tough. We've got a lot of stars coming in from out of town, different places, wanting to wear that gold around their waist to make all that money. But I tell you, I got a new partner now in full force, and you know, I'm gonna call him up, and we're gonna probably be talking about it, because I would like to have that gold around my waist, and I got a great partner in full force to do that.
Well, that's right. And for the people who weren't tuned in before the break, you did come to an agreement with Full Force to enter the tournament together. I would have to think that you have to be one of the higher seeds from both of your records in combination, and just looking at the type of team that you would make up with your size and ability, I think any team in it, including these two teams, are going to have to look out for you.
Well, I think these teams are tough. They have their own strengths and we have our weaknesses, but I think our size is one thing, but we're also quick just as the smaller guy, and I think that's going to be a big factor for us for them tag team belts. And we're going to work hard for them. We're going to work out together, and no matter where Full Force goes, all he's got to worry about is me. I'll be right behind him all the time. Right now, Federico's in the ring. He's got an arm bar on Kevin Scott. He works that arm. Notice how he bends the wrist, also putting pressure on that wrist and on the arm. Drops the elbow on the arm. Tags out with Chris Proctor. Proctor gives a foot to the elbow. Snaps him over. Drops the leg on him. Still working on that arm. See, a good tag team always goes to one body part and works on that body part. And Proctor and Federico are both doing that. They picked out the arm, and that's what they're working on.
Well, that's true. We've yet to see much of an offense or even a strategy from the Bad Boys. Considering their tailor, I would have thought that their teamwork might have matched up to their uniforms.
Oh, there you go. Proctor was one step ahead of him. He held onto that arm and kept rolling, rolled him right back over. Tags out again. Ooh, Federico drops the elbow on the arm. They keep working on that arm.
I'm beginning to wonder what the Bad Boys had in mind.
Yep, makes the tag in and out tagging. You see how they tag in and out, in and out? That keeps the one man fresh and always in the ring. Always in the ring. Kevin Scott's arm's got to be hurting him right now.
Well, the question in my mind is they're punishing that arm, but when are they going to use that to get the pinhold? It's getting Proctor back into the corner. That's no place to be.
Notice how Bobby Mercedes grabbed his trunks to pull him back in. There they make the tag. Ooh, both of them into the turnbuckle. Ooh, a vicious chop to the chest.
Hear that across the arena.
Snapmare. Ooh, dropped the knee right on top of the forehead. That's gotta hurt. Proctor's wondering where he's at right now. The tag. Well, let's see what they're gonna do now here. Double clothesline. Proctor's down.
Well, going from the beginning when the Federico and Proctor had control of the match, the Bad Boys have turned this around. Not wasting any time getting their punishment in. I think they need to work fast if they're going to defeat this team. That was a good
tag team. Good tag team work right there.
Their experience is starting to show.
All right, they threw him in, punched him in the stomach, made him bend down, and the other guy was right off the rope with that forearm. Again,
duck under.
Oh, wow.
Looked like Bobby Mercedes caught Proctor with a forearm there. And he's keeping him away from the corner. Federico's reaching out there for the tag, but is unable to make it. And Kevin Scott comes back in. Double backdrop.
Double backdrop. Proctor looks dazed right now.
Well, let's see if they can turn this into. I don't believe that. Trying to pin him with the leg. He had the man punished. He could have gone for that pin with a full press. And what's coming up? Elbow drop across the lower back. That had to hurt. Again, we're seeing some good teamwork moves by the Bad Boys.
That's right. They work as a team. In and out, different moves. Tags again.
Oh, Proctor a step ahead. Made the tag with Federico. Oh! Sort of a combination bulldog clothesline.
Federico, I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him right now. He looks mad.
Well, he's taking them both on.
Oh, wow, big knee drop.
I'm not even sure who the legal man in the ring is for the Bad Boys.
There it is. Oh, what's this? What's this?
Something's coming up.
What is this? Puts him up with the suplex. Spot block off the top rope. Oh, wow. What a win. What a win.
And our first team to advance in the tag team tournament, Rico Federico and Chris the Doctor Proctor. Let's get out of here and go to commercial break. Hi, welcome back to Suncoast Pro Wrestling. Before I talk to the winners of our tag team matches there, I'll give them a second to catch their breath. And I want to tell the folks at home and here in the arena what's coming up for Suncoast Pro Wrestling in the future. We've been telling you for the past couple weeks that we're now shown on store cable in Sarasota at Friday nights at 7:30 p.m. every week. So your Sarasota friends can watch us, let them know. We're still seen every Sunday at 1 in the afternoon on Paragon Channel 25. Now, also, August 3rd at the Bradenton Auditorium, we're going to have another taping. We've got more matches scheduled, and we're going to have a Southern title rematch between the Masked Superstar and Gator Gilmore. Gator will finally get his chance to get that title back. I'm sure he wants all his friends and fans to be out here to support him in that. Now, also, August 3rd, we'll be starting the tag team tournament. We have behind me the first winners of the first round. And one more thing before I introduce them, I also need to tell the people in Sarasota that we are coming into Sarasota with a live event. You'll be hearing more of that. It's around the middle of the month. It's a special fundraiser event for a charity to be announced. And let me just go right into this because I don't want to take up too much of their time. On the left here, we have Rico Federico, which everyone knows. We have Chris the Dr. Proctor and their valet, Tammy G. Gentlemen, congratulations on a win.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Henry. I'd just like to say that we are here to let everybody know that we're in top contention. We are #1 seeded for this tag team tournament, and we will not be beaten.
Well, I don't think any of the fans here would disagree with that.
We will not be beaten.
All right.
I got a solid tag team partner here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be working with you, brother.
Well, Chris Proctor, you've been on our shows right from the very beginning of Suncoast Pro Wrestling. Rico, you've joined us in the past few weeks. We really haven't had a chance to talk to either of you yet. I'd like to get some background on you for the folks at home. Chris, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a local guy from right around here in Ruskin. I was born and raised in Ruskin, Florida. Yeah, Ruskin, yeah! All right, anyway, wrestling has been my lifelong dream, and I'm just glad to be here and glad to be able to compete with a fine athlete like Rico. I'm glad to have him as my tag team partner. And also, our very, very lovely assistant, Miss Tammy G.
Well, we'll get back to Tammy in just a minute, but let me speak to Rico for a moment.
I'm Rico. I'm gym owner in Seminole, Florida. I'm just real happy to be working with such a great athlete and lovely Miss Tammy G. We're going to do some damage in this tag team championship. We're going to take it home, brother.
That's it,
We're
baby.
gonna take it. Yeah.
We got him, baby. We're #1.
What's the name of your gym, Rico?
Seminole Fitness.
Seminole Fitness. And I guess if anybody wants to come up and check out your place, you'd be willing to talk
Come
to
on
them
up.
and
We'll train like wild men.
talk wrestling or workouts.
Anything you want.
Okay, and Tammy, is there anything you'd like to say about being a valet for a couple gentlemen like this?
Well, they say every lady likes fine wine, fine food, and fine men. And I think I have the two best men around.
Yes!
I don't think we can add too much to that. Let's wrap this up. I want to let people know for the August 3rd match, you can get your tickets at the Time Machine, at the Bradenton Auditorium, at Plowboy Restaurant on Manatee Avenue, and the Funny Farm. I'd also like to remind you, August 3rd is the next taping. and we'll be coming to Sarasota with a live event in a few weeks. I'd like to thank everybody. Next week we have a feature match I want everyone to look forward to. Full Force versus the Masked Superstar. Now, if maybe we can get our sponsors up and we can thank them for supporting us. We got Anchor Air, The Time Machine, and Capricorn 2 Restaurant and Lounge. Folks, we'll see you next week.